Hey there everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Puborama, and in today's video, I'll be showcasing what I consider to be the best pre-grinding routine in Grand Theft Auto Online. What do I mean by pre-grinding routine? Sounds kind of goofy, right? Well, basically what I mean is, when I load in the GTA, before I decide whether I'm going to do the Cayo Perico heist, the Dr. Dre VIP contract, or whatever it is, I'm obviously going to set up my passive income, make sure that all my businesses are stocked, see what needs to have a sale mission, make sure this is properly set up, stuff like that. It's very basic, but also super, super important to have these things set up before you start grinding, because it allows you to earn the maximum potential income. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to be showcasing how I'm able to take advantage of everything and make millions of dollars without even lifting a finger. So as always, if you enjoy content like this, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. I guarantee you have not seen a video like this anywhere else on YouTube, which is kind of crazy because, there's like 12 years of GTA content. But yeah, if you did learn something new, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. So the first thing you're going to do in loading in the GTA is setting your spawn location to the Garment Factory. The Garment Factory is an excellent location to have your spawn location set to for many different reasons, and we're going to break into those. But the most important reason to set your spawn location here is because of the terabyte. So the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to leave our Garment Factory. We're going to go to service vehicles, and we are going to go until we see Avenger. And then we are going to request our Avenger. This is going to take just a couple seconds, and then you're going to see our Avenger spawns on the map. Just like that, we can see our Avenger right here. Now that we have our Avenger spawned, we're going to walk back into the terabyte. And the reason why is going to be very interesting in just a moment here. So if we walk over to our terabyte now, we can hop into the terabyte. And this is where things get interesting. We can obviously see I have my Avenger called out, but we also have the terabyte now called out. Guess what? The Avenger, still there. It's still there. You can see how this is obviously really, really effective. We now have two different service vehicles, both spawned in at the exact same time. There's my Avenger. We have my terabyte right here. However, I guess we can. Okay, let me get past this little bush. There you go. Okay. Well, ideally, you don't want to have your terabyte in a goofy location like this, but yeah, this is kind of insane, because now we don't have to despawn either of these. So I can obviously hop into my terabyte just like so, and I can access any of my passive businesses immediately. So if I want to, mess around with my nightclub, I can go over to my resident DJ, I can swap them for $10,000, and that'll raise my nightclub popularity to the max. I can make my way over to the bunker, and I can purchase supplies for the bunker if I need them, $75,000. I already have supplies on the way, but super easy. I can access my motorcycle club businesses. I can do everything from the master control terminal. And this is super nice, and it makes life really, really easy. I can also obviously access my oppressor. I don't know if I can do it through the return options now. So if I want to get my oppressor, I guess I'd actually have to go outside, manage vehicles, return personal vehicle to storage, and then I can go back into my terabyte. And I think my oppressor Mark II should be in here now. And there you go. Okay. I guess I should have done that before entering. But either way, we have my oppressor, we have my terabyte, and we have the Avenger. Now, the Avenger is one of my favorite vehicles to use in the game. I made a whole video on why it's such a good grinding vehicle, but essentially, it doesn't count as a personal aircraft, so I can obviously still fly around in my oppressor and have the Avenger out. And not only that, but I can fly any personal vehicle I want inside the back of the Avenger, which is so incredibly nice. I can't put the oppressor in it because it's a specialized vehicle, but I can put basically any vehicle I want inside the back of the Avenger, fly it around, which is super, super useful. And because the Garment Factory is in such a good location, what I can then do is I can fly around to each of my special cargo warehouses. Now, this is obviously only going to be important if you're a player that has millions of dollars to spend on large warehouses. But usually what I'll do is I'll walk over to each of my technicians, and I'll pay them the $7,500 to go out and source me goods. And this only takes me like a minute or so, right? I can go to each of my warehouses. It takes literally 1 second, and just like that, I'll be set up for all of my passive income, right? I'll have my bunker, I'll have my nightclub, I'll have special cargo, which will be earning me over $140,000 of passive income. And this is all done within, 3 minutes of loading into a session. And then we arrive to the garment factory once again, because the garment factory itself is an incredible property. So let me pay this assistant here. And we're going to go back to my garment factory, and you're going to see the final bit of the garment factory that I absolutely love. So let's pretend I've just finished resupplying all of my passive businesses. Now we're just going to hop back into my garment factory, and we're specifically going to go to the basement garage. Entering through the basement, you can walk over to the exit sign right here. And if you walk up to the exit sign, it allows you to now fast travel throughout the entire city, as we can see. This is really, really important, because I can now go from my garment factory directly over to the Del Perro station. Then, once we've made it to the Del Perro station, I can simply walk out of it, just like so, and I can request my personal vehicle. Now, I don't know if I need to be here. Yeah, okay, good. So I can just request my personal vehicle, just like so, and my Oppressor Mark II will spawn right next to me. So now we're right next to my agency, I'm right next to my office building, I'm right next to all of the main locations in the map. You can imagine that this is so useful, right? So we have the garment factory, I can fast travel all over the map if I need to. We have my Avenger, which I can use for grinding. We have my Terabyte, which I can use for my passive businesses. And we've already set up my special cargo. So we basically have every single business set up just like that. And the thing that's great is that also because I fast travel directly to my city location, is now I can hop into my absolutely dookie balls bail office, and I can at least make some money with my bail enforcement agents. Takes 5 seconds, and I can walk right up to them. I can send them out. They'll earn me $15,000 in 48 minutes, which is pretty sweet. I'll then head over to my salvage yard. I'll have my salvage yard tow truck mission set up really quickly so that I can obviously, again, make some very, very quick passive income. Definitely make sure you take advantage of the salvage yard. It really is an incredibly underrated business, and it earns so much money with those tow truck missions. So yeah, we hop into our Oppressor Mark II once again. We can fly over to our next business. And what's also great about fast traveling is that if your nightclub popularity isn't maxed and you don't want to waste money on swapping DJs, you can just head right into your nightclub from fast traveling there, and you can immediately kick somebody out or do the VIP mission if you want. But after I'm done with all of that, all I'm going to do is I'll bring my Oppressor Mark II to my agency, and then I will start up the Dr. Dre VIP contract. And that's it, right? Especially with the Dr. Dre at the time of recording being double money. But even when it's not double money, it's still a fantastic way to earn income, and it's just super, super effective. So you have all of these ways to earn money here. You have all the businesses set up, every single thing you ever need to access you have. You can use the Avenger for grinding if you want to. You can use the Oppressor Mark II for grinding if you want to. You can use your Terabyte whenever you need it. You've got your passive businesses set up, and then you can obviously access your agency, and you can do this, and you can do that. It really is such a good way to make your way around GTA Online. This is a method that I've perfected over the past month. Some of you in the past may have seen my video where I showcased how to use the garment factory to peak efficiency when loading in. But this stuff, which has been figured out, really adds more, and it is fantastic. So, as always, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more content like this, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. Helps out the channel a lot, and it makes me more motivated to make more videos like this. But either way, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.